All right, so we have a little formula to find the x-coordinate of our vertex. Vertex is either, I think of it like, I don't know why, but so if you do your hands in a U shape, and go ahead and do it with me, hands in a U shape. So here's our parabola. For some reason, I think of the vertex as the belly button, because it's a point at the bottom of your parabola. So I don't know why, but I think of it as like your belly button. Or if you do a downward facing, for some reason, I still think of it as the belly button. So it's the point at the top and the bottom. So we're finding the x-coordinate for the very bottom of our parabola. And so I was thinking about this, because you guys are going to have to know this for your test. And this is not an easy one to remember. So let's everybody stand up, and I'll give you a little, I was thinking about a little song today everybody stand up. They give you a little song to help you remember what this formula is. So go ahead and stand up. It's got moves, yeah, everybody. It's got moves. So the first two moves, so let's go. Let's go. Come on, Morgan, Lance, let's go. Everybody stand up. So the first two moves are a clap. So it goes negative B. So say it with me. Negative B. And then what we're going to do is we're going to duck and put our hands on our knees. Over. Because we're like ducking and it's going over our head. Yeah. Good. Like this. Hands on our knees. Go. 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 Come on, my quads can't take it. Waiting. Go. Over.
Wait, come on. Hold it. Oh my God.
So, let me give you the next two words. So it goes negative B over, and then one hand is going to go 2, and one hand is going to go A. Okay, so you guys ready? Yeah, so this is the sign language A. Because it's good for you. Okay, so together we're going to clap. Negative B over 2A. This doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's do it again together. Stand up. Stand up. On the count of 3, everybody do this together. And we either do this the whole period or we get it over with now and move on. 1, 2, 3. Negative B over 2A. So you duck like it's going over 2. A. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Negative B over 2A. Again. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Negative B over 2A.
Why do you want to do negative? Wait.
So when we apply that, so if we look at our standard form for our quadratic formula, the number in the front of the x squared is A. The number in front of x is B. And the number without anything with it is C. So when we're doing negative B over 2A, we're going to use this middle guy here, the 8. And we are going to use the 2 as our A, and we're going to multiply it by 2. So the vertex for our first guy is at x equals negative 2. So if you look, our line of symmetry is here at x equals negative 2. And to find our y coordinate, you take your function and you plug in negative 2 for your x. So for us, that would be negative 2 squared times 2 plus 8 times negative 2 plus 13. So that's how you get a y coordinate of 5. So your vertex is at the point negative 2 comma 5. You guys should all have that written down because we did that yesterday. Okay, or last 2 times ago. So if we were going to find the vertex and the axis of symmetry, I'm going to roll these out super quick. We use negative b over 2a. So a in this case is 1, b is 2, and just for fun, I'm going to write c is equal to 3. We don't use it for this situation, but it's good to know. So x is equal to negative b over 2 times a, or negative 2 over 2. Negative 2 over 2 reduces to negative 1. So our axis of symmetry is x equals negative 1, and our vertex happens at negative 1 comma. We got to find where the y is for our vertex. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. 1 plus negative 2 is negative 1. Plus 3 is 2.
Last time we got negative 2.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 times, I'm telling you this time for sure. Check my math. Negative 1. We might have done it wrong last time. It is possible. We were super rushing. That's why we're going through it again real slow, like legit. Okay, let me pause. All right, so if we're looking at y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, here we see a is negative 4, b is positive 4, and c is negative 3. So you're just, for A, B, and C, you're just pulling the number, ignoring the letter. This is my favorite part of algebra. My least favorite part is having the letters and mixing them all up. My best part is when we can completely ignore the letters and just use numbers. So we got negative b over 2a is negative 4 over 2 times negative 4. Negative and a negative give us a positive. So if I had negative 4 over negative 8, that would be positive 1/2. So our axis of symmetry is at x equals 1/2. We're going to plug that in for our x squared here. So it's 1/2 squared instead of x squared, because x squared is 1/2. We're going to plug it in, and our 4x, we're going to have 4 times 1/2, and the minus 3 is going to stay minus 3. The reason why you do fractions in 5th grade is so that when you encounter it now, we don't have to relearn it. So we have negative 4 times 1/2 squared, so that's 1/2 times 1/2, plus 4 times 1/2, that's the same as 4/2, because it's 4 over 1 times 1 over 2. The tops multiply together, and the bottoms multiply together. So for this first part, it's going to go negative 4 times 1 times 1. And then 1 times 2 times 2. Sorry, 4 over 2 is 2. 4 divided by 2, or 4 over 2, is the same as 2 over 1. And then negative 4 divided by negative 4 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 2 is 1. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. So our vertex here is at 1/2, comma, negative 2. Okay. Last example problem. Come on, buddy. Come on. There you go. Peyton, what is the A for this third problem? You know where that comes from?
Shut up. What?
The x has a 6 in front of it. Oh, okay, yeah. So the first one is when you don't see anything in front. Rudy, do you agree?
Yeah.
It's 1. Okay, so Rudy, what is b?
6. -6.
Just while we write it down as 6.
Okay.
And then Elijah, help me out with the formula. Yeah. Well, just tell me the formula. So when I ask you guys on your performance task or on your test, make sure you write the formula down. You can't get credit for what's inside of your head. Unfortunately, as awesome as I am not a mind reader. I can't read what's inside your brains, so I need to make sure you guys write it down on your paper. So if you're using the formula, write the formula down. Can you tell them that I'm teaching your class real good, trying to be the best teacher ever, and that maybe this might not be the best time to send you messages or tell you how pretty you are today or how much they love you. Or there's only so many doggy-eared, big pet-eyed pictures you can send on Snapchat. Only so many. Okay. So Donna, help us out. What is our new formula going to be with our numbers? Start me out with the negatives. Donna. Thanks, Chris. I will totally call on you next time, okay? Times. Yeah. Okay, Chris, help me out here. -6/2 times 1 simplifies to what? Yeah. And Lance, help us out. What's that simplified to?
3.
Yeah. I'm just going to throw down -3. Our axis of symmetry is -3. And our x coordinate for our vertex is also -3. Okay, we take our formula. Everywhere there is an x, we put in a -3. Oh, wait, no. And Laura, help me out. What is -3 squared? 9. And then Scarlett, what is 6 times -3? Yeah. And Richard, what is 9 plus -18? Help us out, Marissa. Take us home. What is -9 plus 5?
-4?
Yes. Just in case you wander away from it, I have it here. If it's a different sign, you subtract the 2 numbers and whoever's bigger gets it. Good thing they're doing that. Okay. When we graph it, we are going to use the axis of symmetry and the x coordinate to graph the x and the y coordinate for our vertex to graph our function. So when we go, we use x equals -b over 2a. A is 1, c is -6, c is 4. So we get minus a negative. Double negatives give you positive. Divided by 2, that's where this x equals 3 comes from. Our graph is going to have an axis of symmetry, or a line of symmetry at x equals 3. That is the equation of that line. X equals 3 tells me all the x is equal to 3 up and down the line. We take our equation, plug in 3 where the x was. 3 squared is 9. This looks familiar, like we've done this problem before. 6 times 3 is 18. We add 4. Negative 9 plus 4 is negative 5. So our vertex is at 3 comma negative 5, right? Yeah. So we put a dot there, and then we make it our smiley face. It's smiley face because our A is positive. Remember we did that whole like figure out what the leading coefficient does. If it's positive, it's smiling. If it's negative, it's frowning. Okay. All right, any questions on graphing these guys? What?
So we don't need to get like specific points. We just make it.
I would be content with the general shape. When we get to maybe next stage, we can talk about it. If we have a big number in front of the x squared, it gets skinnier. If we had a fraction in front of the x squared, that makes a nice wide bowl shape. So take a look at your A, and we're going to use some of those 9-1 skills. So it would be a fat one if it were like a 1/2 out in front. It would be super skinny if it were like a 4. But in this case, we just A is 4. All right, so let's go ahead and try this. Frowny face or smiley face for this problem?
It's a sad face.
It is a sad face. The A. If your flat number is negative, so what's in front of the x squared? If it's negative, it makes everything a downer. So like it's negative, negative 2, yeah, so it's positive.
Turning almost.
Okay, you guys take a moment, try this out, find your x.
Maybe some unborn child. Hey, you spoiled it.
Okay, so you guys make sure you deal with this situation correctly. When your negative is on the outside of the square, your end result is negative, is positive, is negative.
You're doing this?
I was.
I did the first.
It says now you try, so I was trying.
How did you get 2
How did you get 2-2? Are you like? Yeah.
She got 2
And what am I wrong? 2 squared is 2 plus 4 times 2.
Don't worry about it. It's 5. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. It's so bad.
Okay, so during halftime of a basketball game, a slingshot launches t-shirts at the crowd. A t-shirt is launched with an initial upward velocity of 72 feet per second. That is taken care of here in our formula. The t-shirt is caught 35 feet above the court. So how do you get 35 feet above a basketball court? Where are you at if you catch it? In the stands. So the stadium seats come up. The guy catches it 35 feet in the stands. So they're here. They're slingshotting it. It wants to know how long will it take for the t-shirt to reach its maximum height. So when we're finding a maximum, that's code for the vertex. Okay? So we're going to take a look. We have A is equal to negative 16, B is equal to 72, and not that we care in this problem, but C is equal to 5. And we want to find the height of, so we want to find the x equals negative b over 2a. So we're going to put in 72 for b and negative 16 for a. Thankfully, half of 72 is 36 over 16. I'm just simplifying before I simplify. Do you guys see how I just divided 72 by 2 so I can get rid of the 2? Half of 72 is 36. Negative and negative give me a positive, so it's positive 36 over 16. I know 4 goes into both of these. So 4 goes into 36 9 times, and 4 goes into 16 4 times. So our x coordinate for our vertex is 9/4. And think about this. Time is on the x-axis. So do we want how much time it takes to get the maximum height or the maximum height?
Maximum.
So we are really going to have to plug it back into the equation.
And how long it takes to reach its maximum height.
So h is equal to, so this is how long? So it's 9/4 seconds. So we're going to have to plug 9/4 in for our t. So the first one we square it. The second one we multiply it by 72. And then we add 5 to whatever answer it is. So remember 5th grade when they made us do fractions? This is why. Fortunately, we have to keep it. Okay, so 9/4 times 9/4 is 81/16. 72 times 9 divided by 4. I don't know what 72 times 9 is in my head, but I bet you I could divide 72 by 4. So 4 goes into 7 once with 3 left over. And then 4 goes into 32 8 times. So it's 18 times 9. It does say use the calculator, but I'm going to try not to use the calculator. So 9 times 10, 97 times 8 is 72. So 18 times 9 is 162. I don't even need a calculator. How 16 divided by 16 is 1. H is equal to negative 81 plus 162 plus 5. Thank you, Algebra Foundations, for showing us that. When we have a different sign, you subtract, and whoever has the bigger number tells you. So 162 minus 81. Is 81. 81 plus 5 is 86. I always pause it. So our height range is between 5 and 86. Let me see if we've answered all the questions. What is the range of the, okay, so we did. That's it. So 5 because we never get below the initial 5 that we start with.